Geoguessr has recently launched ranked team duels, and first things first, what do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you play it? Is it easy to rank up? Do you have teammates for it? Just let me know. And one of the main reasons for making this video is to just get an understanding of what the community thinks, and hopefully give back some feedback to the Geoguessr team in the off chance that they actually watch this. And of course, one of the biggest controversies is the new point calculation system. And that's going to be one of the biggest things I talk about. More specifically, the logistical implications and the psychological implications. So let's talk about the new system. How team duels have always worked is that, say the location is here, player 1 guesses here, player 2 guesses here. Player 1's guess is the only one that counts because they're closer. And that means that if you're not too sure where you are, as long as one person is semi-close, you're not going to lose too many points. However, if you've seen the new zigzag video or you've just seen what other people are saying, you may have noticed now people guess on top of each other. And that is because in the new Team Duels update, the game counts a combination of both guesses. So say you both guess an equal distance from the correct location, you will get the exact same amount of points if you were to guess on top of each other. And now you may be saying, well, you will never guess an equal distance apart from the correct location, and that may be true. You would still be better off guessing on the same location. So with this example, player 1 is right next to the correct location and player 2 is far away. You'd still get the same amount of points if you were to guess in an average between the two guesses. And this is also beneficial because you both could be on the correct location and gain a bunch of points. While if you guess far away from each other, no matter what, you will never be, you'll never get a great score. So no matter where the correct location is, if you just guess an average of both of your guesses, that has the same benefit of hedging, plus with the added benefit of being right on the correct location. Which kind of defeats the point of playing team duels if you're just gonna guess on the same location anyway, or the fact that it's even a viable strategy. Now we have the psychological implications. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but they've added this new system in unranked team duels, and that is something I've actually seen quite a few people complain about. One very big obvious problem with this is that if you're just playing with random teammates, which I'm sure quite a decent amount of people do, you could just get a teammate which trolls, right? Which just guesses in the middle of nowhere, making your guess invalid, making it almost a guaranteed loss. Or it could be something simple as you have a sort of argument during a round, you both guess different places, and then your teammate decides to grief you because they don't like you or something, and then makes the whole team lose. But hopefully stuff like that isn't too common. But going back to ranked team duels, say you're a skilled player and your teammate is somebody quite a bit less skilled. What ends up happening is that the skilled player is basically just going to do all of the work. They're always going to guess. They're always going to tell you where to guess. And you as the lower skilled player will kind of feel, I guess, scared to guess where you actually think it is, because you'll just be worried you'll be lowering the higher skilled player's score. Which kind of defeats one of the biggest purposes of playing, in my opinion. Instead of two people guessing where they think it could be, it just comes down to one person deciding where they should both guess for optimal results. And if you have two high skilled people on the team, they are just always going to guess, or pretty much always going to guess on the same location. But arguably, the bigger problem begins when you have two people of similar skill level. A counter argument to what I'm going to say is, well, two teams that both know the round should have an advantage over only one person knowing where the round is. which is a fair point, but what you need to consider is that you as a person cannot force your teammate to, well, cannot always force your teammate to guess where you want. No matter how good you are, no matter how good two people are at the game, there's always a chance that two people disagree on where a round is. So in the old system, if you have two people disagreeing on where a round is, as long as one person is correct, then it's not too big of a deal. But now, if one person is sure on where the round is, they can't convince the other person to guess with them, and you're just going to end up getting a bad score, no matter how good somebody's guess was, which then could lead to arguments, which could then lead to low team morale, and it's just overall not a great situation. I think something that everyone can agree that needs a big change is the leaderboard. What is going on here? Now, the reason this is a thing is because the way Team Duels points are calculated is that it's based on your solo elo score, which I don't really understand. I don't know why solo elo has to be factored into Team Duel elo. In my opinion, they should be two different things. But also one thing which I just do not understand, they are using a system where each individual team has got a different score. So this player here, V89, what they can do is just play with a bunch of different people and then always be in the top of the rank, which does not make any sense. I have never seen a leaderboard that works like this. I think the very simple thing to do is, instead of having just the same people over and over and over again in the leaderboard, why not just count their highest score? I don't think it just makes the leaderboard so cluttered to just have the same groups of people over and over and over again, but just playing with different people. All you have to do is just count their highest score. But what this also implies, since that the rating is based on your solo rating, you could just play literally one game with a bunch of different people and then be on the leaderboard 24/7 because you play a lot of solo queues, making the whole point of grinding Team Duels kind of pointless. And I understand one of the only other solutions would be that everyone starts from 0 elo and then you just go up from there. I don't know if that would be a good thing or not, but it would definitely be fun to just for everyone to be reset and then just play the game a bit, like play a bunch of games and see who could be at the top the fastest. I don't see why that can't be something that can be done. All of that being said though, it's a great thing that Geoguessr has added this. It's been a feature we have long requested. It just needs a few tweaks for it to be a lot better. The main takeaway being is that solo duels and team duels should have big fundamental differences. And of course the leaderboard, I think, needs some big improvements. Also, in my ranked Team Duels announcement video, I said that the new system would be a good thing to try out. Well, now that we have, I think we can conclude which system is better. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you to Ground Jordan for being the first channel member, and to everyone else watching as well. See you soon.